That rare, breathless moment after a show where you step outside and the night air hits you, and you're left wondering, what on earth just happened in there? What creates that kind of magic? It's a question that lives at the heart of every unforgettable live experience. It's not just about flawless technique. It's about a state of being. The most captivating performers achieve a kind of unity, a complete fusion with the music they are creating, where there's no separation between the sound and the self. So, how do you reach that state? The first, non-negotiable ingredient is a radical sense of ease. Think about it. When people buy a ticket to see you, they are often paying to witness someone do something they find unimaginable. Your comfort on stage is fascinating to them precisely because the very idea makes them uncomfortable. Your job isn't to prove you're working hard. It's to be so at home in the act that it gives them permission to relax and be swept away. For me, a successful night isn't defined by hitting every perfect note. It's defined by whether I moved the people in the room. Did I make them feel something? This leads us to a fundamental truth about the stage: it's a truth amplifier. An audience can sense insincerity from a mile away. The experience they have watching you is a direct reflection of the experience you are having up there. If you are genuinely enjoying yourself, if you are lost in the joy of the moment, they will feel that joy with you. I like to imagine the crowd not as a faceless mass, but as a room full of friends in my own living room. A friend over here, another over there. My goal is to make sure every single one of them feels seen and included. And the guiding principle is simple: don't do anything you wouldn't do for your closest friends gathered in your home. Now, this doesn't mean every crowd will hand you boundless energy on a silver platter. Here's where professionalism separates the hobbyist from the artist. Some nights, the room is electric. Other nights, it might be a sleepy Sunday and the energy is low. The true professional understands that their commitment cannot be conditional on the audience's immediate reaction. You have to play. You have to deliver. In an era where ticket prices can be painfully high, don't people deserve a performance that respects their investment, regardless of the night's vibe? Phoning it in simply isn't fair. This brings us to an often overlooked layer: performance is a visual art as much as an auditory one. Music connects us on a deep level, but we must acknowledge it's also show business. You are creating a visual landscape for people to explore while they listen. Your energy, your movement, your very presence gives the audience something to latch onto. They will listen more intently if what they see feels authentic and compelling. A powerful show requires both a sonic and a visual narrative working in concert. Sometimes, that visual narrative is an exploration of identity. Think of an artist's distinctive style: their hair, their clothing, their aura. These aren't just fashion choices, they are signals that help an audience connect with a shared sense of identity and belonging. For me, the foundation of that connection is always the music itself. The trust that the musical core will be solid, night after night. Once that foundation is secure, everything else becomes a beautiful, spontaneous possibility. Of course, for many, performance isn't a solo act. It's a collective endeavor. And let's be real, cramming a group of grown adults onto a tour bus for weeks on end is an unnatural state of being. Making it work forges a unique bond. That bond is everything on stage. An audience can feel instantly if the people on stage are truly listening to each other, if they are a unified entity. The stage doesn't just amplify sound, it magnifies connection. This chemistry extends beyond the band members to include every technician, especially the front-of-house and monitor engineers. If I can't hear myself or my bandmates, that breakdown in communication directly sabotages the entire show's potential. This interdependence requires absolute trust. You must have faith that everyone on stage is fully committed to their role, executing it with the highest standard of excellence. The musicians I choose to surround myself with aren't just skilled players, we share a deep musical understanding. We often come from different backgrounds, which is incredible because it means a fusion of diverse ideas can collide to create something perfectly unique. That fusion often crystallizes around a mystical concept: the pocket. What is it? How do you find it? It's the holy grail of feel. When someone says a band is in the pocket, it means they are locked into a shared, breathing rhythm. It's that effortless groove between, say, the bassist and the drummer that makes you unable to sit still. You hear it and you have to move. You cannot access this space by playing in a vacuum. It demands deep, active listening, to the drums, to the bass, to every other instrument. Your job is to figure out how your sound interlocks with the collective tapestry. We are not metronomes. The pocket isn't about robotic precision, it's about a living, breathing feel. And that only comes with time, experience, and playing with people who already understand it. I remember the distinct moment it clicked for me, a feeling of, this is what I've been searching for my entire life. The path to that moment requires a surprising willingness. You must be open to failing. You have to dare to be clumsy, to work through the awkward phases to discover what ultimately feels right. Every individual must discover their own survival manual for this journey. What works for your unique voice? What sustains your spirit? What does your heart need to stay open? Because life outside the performance matters intensely. You must live a life to have something to sing about. It's vital to step away, to gather experiences, to refill your creative well. After all, you can't draw from an empty vessel. If this exploration of the performer's mindset struck a chord with you, please give this video a like. It truly helps Winds of Thought share these ideas with more people. What's one belief about performance that you've had to unlearn to grow?